Well, thank you very much, President Grimson. I had the opportunity to say a few words a bit earlier, so I'll keep my remarks even briefer this time around. I would like to thank President Grimson and the other members of the jury, and I would like to also say what an honor it is for me to be a part of such a wonderful group of men and women, organizations, inspiring people who have been doing such wonderful work. And again, here at the risk of repeating what I said earlier, it is also a great honor because this prize is named after Sheikh Zayed, and we see all around us in Abu Dhabi and in the Arab Emirates the fruits of a vision that goes back many years to chart a new course toward a future with renewable energy replacing the energy sources of the past. It truly is inspiring, and I'm grateful to be a part of this activity. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. Mr. Yoshihiko Yamada, would you like to add?
Well, first of all, on behalf of the Panasonic Corporation and the people in the Panasonic, I'd like to extend heartfelt appreciation to all of you here, and especially for those people in this giant future energy prize related. We are very, very excited because we have been working toward sustainable society since foundation of the Panasonic Corporation back to 1918. And we are going to mark 100th year anniversary in 2018. But our mission right now is really to create our society to the sustainable way through our business activities. In the past several years, especially we focus on the two areas. One is the housing related area. In that area, we started so-called sustainable smart town in Fujisawa City, which is 50 kilometers southwest of the Tokyo. We opened that sustainable smart town back to April last year. And it's about 19 hectares and 1,000 houses. And challenge is to reduce 70% of the CO2 in that smart town, and also 30% reduction of the water usage, and also minimum 30% of the total energy used in that town coming from renewable energy. These are kind of the commitment, and we are going to continue to accelerate those activities, not in Japan, but also abroad. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Jesse Moore, representing M-KOPA.
Well, firstly, I'd like to thank the prize committee and the Zayed Future Energy Prize for what I think of not only as the most important prize of its nature in the world, but coming here for the first time, I can sense the commitment and the passion and the excitement for renewable energy and sustainability. It's a really great environment to be in, and I congratulate and thank everyone for the efforts that have gone into this event and this prize, and I look forward to engaging more in the future. What I also want to thank is that a company based in Africa, in M-KOPA Solar, has been recognized for the SME category. We're the first company in either the SME or the large category, to the best of our knowledge, that has been selected for the prize. And I think it speaks to the fact that there is a huge opportunity for investment and leapfrogging in that continent, as well as in other developing parts of the world. There's great news and great opportunities in Africa. And I believe what we're proving in just a few years of getting going, we have only been selling for a little over 2 years, and yet we've connected now 150,000 homes in East Africa to affordable solar power, which is cheaper than what they were spending before on kerosene. So it's an environmental win, it's a win for those customers, and it's a great investment for our shareholders. We now sell over 500 a day, and the momentum that we will get from winning this prize carries us well beyond 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 sales a day, because there are millions of homes just waiting for affordable renewable energy in East Africa and the wider continent. With the prize money that we're so grateful for, we will be investing in a new initiative called M-KOPA University. And the university will train not only our staff, we have 500 full-time staff today, will be 1,500 full-time staff in the next 2 years, as well as our sales agents. Those are independent salespeople who make a living selling solar door-to-door in rural Kenya. That will triple from 1,000 to 3,000 sales agents, and the training that they will get through the ZFEP Future Energy Prize funded university program will be a tremendous part of their growth and our growth as a company. So I thank you for the recognition, I thank you for the prize, and I look forward to coming back in not too many years as part of the corporate category, because we're going to be that big very, very soon.
Elect Diaz, Leader of Light.
When we were applying for the Zayed, sometimes you forget about how simple is sometimes beautiful. And we were thinking of how can a grassroots, local skills-based technology using local parts compete against some of the biggest government grant-funded agencies and donations. And we really said maybe it's just a matter of courage in believing that bottom-up approaches are as valid as top-down approaches. And one thing about the nonprofit category is just really the courage to believe that your idea is as valuable as others and to apply. Because if I was not given the courage to apply and just being strong about the idea that maybe open source is as valuable as a centralized agency. We come from a humanitarian perspective. When getting solar power to devastated areas was near to impossible. To just make an order takes about 6 months. To import it another 2 months. And it takes almost a year before light hits this kind of villages. And so what we believed was in the humanitarian sphere, we had to shift from logistics taking 60 to 80% of the budget to get this kind of lights over, to producing it locally with women being able to assemble the solar lights and to being able to get thousands of people to be able to know that. So during disasters, we call on them. We have this massive database, and they can assemble it within 72 hours. This was never talked about in this kind of emergency situation. So brought about by need, we were able to teach people to build immediately, but also later on make a livelihood. This idea has gotten from just one beneficiary to one carpenter to now 450,000 households within 2 years around the world in 15 countries. With our grant, we hope to put more R&D and community-based technologies in making people aware about what is called the genius of the poor. Local suppliers for solar and local capacity to build and local innovation is never talked about in product. Everybody wants to sell you something on commission. We believe that we cannot keep on buying these kind of products every 2 years when it breaks down. It's a total dependency. So what we're saying is, what if you teach the very people themselves, to demystify solar and to build it themselves? And so now we build our own solar panels at the back in our backyard. We put up street lights that light up communities, especially during disasters. So within 72 hours, we can light up whole streets where emergency aid can be organized. And this has been the revolution. The bottom-up approach is one of the most powerful solutions by putting it in human hands, by including the poor in the energy. We believe that not only 1% can be given light, but this will be the greatest solar revolution of all. Thank you.